Hi everybody, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for our Jaded Blossom March 2023 release hop. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's Stitch Square dies, their Scalloped Square dies, along with their Spring Dies 1 version 2, Gnome Dies Easter Add Ons, Gnome Dies Spring Add Ons, our Mini Tag Dies 3, and the Mushroom Dies. Also using the brand new stamp set Carrots for Sale, along with this Positively Velvet paper from Simon Says Stamp, and the 6-inch pad Hoppy Easter and Hippity Hoppity from Doodlebug, along with the matching odds and ends from the Easter Express and Hoppy Easter. So I have a piece of Harvest Gold paper tray ink Harvest Gold paper tray ink cardstock cut at 4.255 by 8.5, scored at 4¼ inches to give you an A2 size, well, a square card that fits in an A2 sized envelope. And this is a piece of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock cut at 4 inches square to go on the inside. And I'm just going to add that to my card base with some ATG tape. Remember, I always kind of want my cards to be vertical. It's kind of just my preference. And this is a 1-inch strip from the Hoppy Easter 6-inch pad. There we go. And I will trim off the overhang with a pair of scissors. Just added that with some ATG tape as per usual. I'm working on a Stampin' Up pad using a Teflon bone folder. I did all my die cutting with my Gemini machine, you know, all the normal stuff. So I'm just pulling out my art glitter glue, and I have this really cute little odds and ends piece from Doodlebug, and that is from the Hippity Hoppity, the Easter Express odds and ends. And then this little speech bubble is from the Hoppy Easter odds and ends. I love using these kind of die cut ephemera from Doodlebug to decorate the inside of my cards. Okay, so first of all, I'm using our Stitch Square die in 3.5 inches, and I cut a piece of paper from just a scrap piece of paper at 3.5 inches square, just so I can line this up, because I wanted it to make sure I stayed within the 4-inch or the 3.5-inch square boundary. So this is how I did it. So you'll see I didn't have enough of that teal paper, and that was okay, right? I cut the top half out with the square die. So, you know, everything lines up. And then I cut the grass out of the square die, and then I used the mushroom dies, that little hill, to cut the square, you know, so you have a little hill, but you still have the stitching around the edge. Now this Scalloped Square was cut, that's a 4-inch one, and that was cut from the from the Hippity Hoppity 6-inch paper line. Sorry guys, but you know, any plaid paper or I guess that's plaid. Yeah, any plaid paper from Doodlebug would do, because all the colors match. So you'll see that I'm just going to layer the background. You see that was a scrap piece that I used, right? No one will know but you and me. And I'm just going to stick that down onto the back of my card, or on the front of my card, I guess, right? And now I'm going to create. Now you'll see that that is that Spring Dies 1 version 2. It's a little bit larger, and I cut that Positively Velvet assortment from Simon Says Stamp out of it. So it is beautiful. It's velvet, so it looks kind of furry and fuzzy like a bunny would. Super fun. Okay, so then I cut that square again out of that Doodlebug grass paper. And then I use that same mushroom border die or the mushroom dies, like that little hill, to, add another layer of grass to the front of this card, because I'm going to tuck that bunny and the super cute little basket underneath that grass. So I just think it's so cute. So first, let me add on my decorations to this basket. The pink basket, that was cut from the Hippity Hoppity 6-inch paper, and then that teal little bow is from the Hoppy Easter 6-inch pad. But like I said, you could use any colors for this. It doesn't really matter. You know, you're really just coming up with whatever colors you like. So I'm just going to pop up the little bow with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There you go. I'm using reverse tweezers just to make sure it's tucked behind. Isn't that cute? Remember, you can use the Gnome Dies add-ons for making, you don't have to use them for gnomes. You could use them just for your card, right? So you'll see that I stamped on that sentiment from the brand new stamp set Carrots for Sale, VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink onto Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. And I cut it out with our Mini Tag Dies 3. That's the smaller fishtail die. There we go. And I'm just going to come up with a little layout. I'm going to stick down my basket with that art glitter glue. And you'll see that I'm not gluing the center because I'm going to slip an egg in there, right? So there you have that. So I'm popping that in place. And there's my little purple egg that was cut from the Hoppy Easter 6-inch pad as well. I'm going to stick that in. And that is from the Gnome Dies Easter Add Ons. Okay, now I'm going to put together this adorable bunny. Remember, the egg was cut from our Spring Dies 1 version 2. So it's a little bit bigger. And the ears are from the Gnome Dies Easter Add Ons. Right, that's the big, like without the innards, the pink innards that you add to the ears. I just use the outside because you're looking at the back side of the bunny is what I'm going for. And I'm going to glue this sweet little bunny down. I'm going to slip it slightly behind the grass. And the nice thing is that this Positively Velvet assortment, you get 5 different colors in there, but one of them is this beige, and then you get white, and it is fuzzy and just like a little bunny. Now, this little tail is cut from the Gnome Dies Spring Add Ons, and it's the little flower, but I'm using it as a tail. And I cut that out of the white velvet paper. Isn't that cute? I just think it's adorable. Now, I'm pulling out Doodlebug's Snugs and Kisses odds and ends, or not odds and ends, shape sprinkles. And I'm just going to add some little hearts on there from that. And isn't that sweet? Now I'm just going to pull out my Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, and I'm going to add some highlights to that little egg and a few little highlights to this little inside bunny. Right, you can decorate the inside of your cards however you'd like. I just find these little odds and ends from Doodlebug super easy, right? You're going to slap them on there and it makes the inside of your card look special. Now I am using shape sprinkles. These are Lots of Love, and they're just little hearts, and I'm going to use this little teal heart to the center of the bow, just for a little something something. And then I'm using these shape sprinkles. They're called Egg Hunt. I always forget to use, I buy these shape sprinkles and I hoard them. This time I decided I'm using these darn things. So I'm going to slip in these 2 little eggs on either side of this little assortment on my card front. Just trying to get it lined up. And isn't that the cutest little thing? I just think it's adorable. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog and do the blog hop because you have the chance to win a stamp set of your choice. Comment on all the blogs and hop on over to the Jaded Blossom store to maybe get your hands on these amazing products. And thank you as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And I will do a release and review and a gnome assembly and all that once I get the products in my hands. Thanks everyone. Bye everyone.